Oh look, it's nighttime. We love it. How's everybody doing? Welcome on in. Oh, I gotta turn it on first. There we go. Now the lights are on. Hi. It's your neighborhood frog that shouldn't have a license but does drive chaotically around. It's Franklin. Oh god, this is... You know what? We probably need to do this to get out of the parking lot without destroying all these cars. Why is your convertible thing not up? But welcome on in. My name's Keeper, aka also Franklin currently, because he's the oh god, something hit me, or I hit something. It's fine. I think something hit me. We're just going. Yay, a ticket. We vibe. Okay, so like if you watched the last one, I cannot drive like this for long. I can already feel the motion sickness coming on. If you watched my last trip, it was not a good time, and so we need to treat ourselves with an easier truck to drive, which is this one. And we go in and probably get another. Yep. It's a lot more sensitive, I feel. I feel like some of these wouldn't have been tickets before, and sometimes you could like get a ticket on one and not on the next one. But anyways, hi. We're going from Tyler, Texas to McAllen, Texas, which I believe is a new location, and we got pallets in here, which is probably better than the thing we were transporting last time, which was like heavy duty machinery that I'm sure we broke. We got satisfactory. I got stuck immediately because of the type of trailer. It was like the articulating front thing, and it was not great. I got stuck and I had to get towed, and then I missed my turn and I got stuck again, and I was like, am I gonna have to get towed again? I managed to get out, but it was not a good time. And then we flipped later. So, you know, you're caught up if you didn't watch that last one. You should watch it though, for the pain and suffering that I went through. But now we're here. It's nighttime. Things are gonna be better. I did get my blinkers set up on here, which is fun. I got my horn. Oh, that's a much more satisfying horn. We got good vibes, we got good times. We are speeding. That's okay because it's nighttime, because they won't see the giant truck speeding at night. They definitely will. It's fine. We got money to spare. I meant to check how much money I have in my pockets after the last one, but I totally forgot. And that's okay. Okay, we should probably slow down a little bit for this curve. A crazy development has happened, okay? I feel like I've talked about this before. I'm a crafty girly pop. I do a lot of, I'd say like needle work. I don't do needle point, but I do needlework stuff. So like I do embroidery, I do cross stitch. I like to sew. Oopsies, I didn't mean to hit it that time. I don't like to sew by hand, but I do have a machine. I have an embroidery machine as well. I recently got a serger, and I've been making jammies for the littles, and I want to make stuff for myself soon. I really want to start making myself clothes, and because like your frog here's got boobas. Look at Franklin. He's got them boobas, and you can't always find clothes that fit nicely that don't just look frump, okay? And so I wanna try to address that. So like maybe we modify some of the existing clothes we have, but also like I want to dress with like a little bit more whimsy. I would love to be cottage core hobbit, swamp hobbit vibes, you know. And so I think a sewing machine, so I think sewing clothes for myself would be good. Would be something that would be nice to do. I just need to like find some patterns and stuff, and eventually like learning how to like, if not pattern myself, at least like be able to like figure it out off of maybe like an existing skirt or like modifications and alterations and stuff. So anyways, it's a little background story if you don't know. I do like other, oh god, everybody's gonna die. Wow, shocking. That's fine, nobody died. It was less than crashing too. See, like in the past, oh, okay. I was gonna say in the past, if you hit 2 red lights in a row, you wouldn't get a ticket for the next one. So I didn't there, so that's cool. But anyway, I also like to do other crafty things like, I want to try perler beads. Okay, I haven't done it, but I want to try it. We have them, just haven't got there yet. Diamond painting, terrible drawing, etc. Like, I like crafts, and one craft that I've always been intrigued by with Looney Tunes that I've always been intrigued by and have kind of wanted to do, but haven't wanted to learn to do it, has been 3D printing. And so I have had this wonderful plan for quite some time now, probably for a couple of years. Azurite exists, and he's expressed some interest in 3D printing. And so my plan was to save up money and gift him with a 3D printer and force him to learn how to 3D print. And then anytime I needed something, I go, hey, babe, can you 3D print me the thing? Right? Genius plan, right? I can do this. I can have the thing I want, but I don't have to learn how to do it. And so, bro, that's on you. Good thing that pole stopped you. Anyway, shoot, I gotta slow down. I got turned. Oh, there's a cop. I still haven't determined if I hit them while I'm speeding, if I avoid the speeding ticket and just get the other ticket. Go faster. Anyways, okay, so that was the plan. For someone to accept a new hobby so that I could benefit. So we've talked about this before, and the big thing was we've always been like, well, I would love a 3D printer, but we don't have the space for it, right? I've always said if we had the space for it, we'd have a 3D printer. I mean, they're expensive, so it's not the only barrier, but that's been the vibe. And so I finally, a couple weeks ago, I was looking, we have a little sideboard, and it's got all of our board games and stuff on it, and in it, and some crafting stuff in it, and it's right by my crafting corner. And I was like, wait a minute, if I move my collection of CDs and DVDs, because physical media for the win, if I move these things, perhaps I'm just gonna hit them. I didn't have to. Oh shoot, I gotta cross lanes. I don't know how that worked out. Ticket? Yeah, ticket. Again, didn't get, responsible driving. Oh no. The on-ramp's blocked off. That's an inconvenience. What's going on here, my fellows? Anyway, on that sideboard, I was like, if I move my CDs and DVDs somewhere else, because it's not like I'm actively using them, but I don't want to get rid of them, and I don't want to keep them in storage just in case, right? Well, I mean, I guess I could bring them there. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna put them in our closet. But if I do that, then I've got the size that's probably perfectly sized for a 3D printer. I don't know. I haven't measured it because I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure it's fine, right? I think I actually, wait, I lied. I did measure it the other day. It's 22 inches. So it's almost 2 feet deep, right? And worst case scenario, if that's the case, could pull it away from the wall. So I reached out to someone in my community who 3D prints and knows a lot about 3D printing. And I say, hey, I really would love to get Azurite a 3D printer for his birthday. What would be a good, I'm obviously I don't want to spend an obscene amount of money, but what would be a good entry level one? So he sends me back a link to the Bamboo Labs A1, I believe, and the Bamboo Labs PS1. And he goes, if you can swing the second one, he's I think it's a better option, because I think with the A1, it's something that you can start with and you would grow out of. Whereas with the PS1, I think you can grow within it for a really long time, and you probably won't grow out of it unless you're kind of changing a million things, or you're I really need to have multiple different nozzles and different colors all printing at the same time kind of vibes, right? Okay, so that's kind of my thoughts on what the difference is. And I was like, okay, cool. The A1 was kind of the price point that I thought. I think it was $300-ish. So that one was kind of the price point that I was expecting. I was like, okay, well, Azurite's birthday is coming up. I don't know if I can afford it for then, but maybe for Christmas. So then a week or two goes past, right? And I'm thinking about this and all that. I'm how am I going to save up this money? And how am I going to squirrel away money? And I Azure and I were watching TikToks together because we send TikToks to each other and then we just sit together or we lay together and we watch them. And we just happened to be on my For You page and there was a TikTok of 3D printing. It was 3D printing little clicker things, you know, like the keyboard clickers, but it was like a box of French fries with French fries. And he goes, you know, we could 3D print that. And I was like, well, and I was like, you know what, let me come clean with this conversation I've been having about 3D printers. And I said, yeah, I reached out and he gave me 2 good options, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, do you want to see them? Because I was like, because I figured I could do this. I'm like, do you want to see them? And he's like, don't show me the cheap one, just show me the more expensive one, because, you know, the one that we won't grow out of. And I was like, okay. And I was like, you know, our birthdays are both coming up, so like I could we could just do a like combined birthday present, both of us. We could get this together because I just really wanted him to have one. As it turns out, I don't think his interest in 3D printing was really as much as I thought it was. Because I really thought, like, he's mentioned it'd be cool before, but I really took that and went, yeah, 3D printing. He's so down for this. He can make me all the things. And he was like, well, believe, you know, you could believe that. He's like, no, I would still get you Lego, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, like, it's fine. So anyways, so then we talked about it a bit more. And then not me like casually streaming. Oh, I was talking about this on stream actually. And I was saying how this and that, blah, blah, blah. And Azure was, I think he was at karate. And he comes home and I'm still on like just chatting. Haven't even got to the game yet. I think I was having a rough day. So I was like, I don't know what we're doing. God, what's going on here? Whoa, buds. Why? You know what? You didn't need to go that slow. Anyway, so like while we're in the middle of stream, I'm like in the middle of stream, he's like, so I ordered us a 3D printer. And I'm like, did you like actually though? Cause like, I'm like, he could just be like joking, right? No, the man ordered a 3D printer. He's like, it's for you. He's like, we've talked about it since. And he's like, he's like, I'll help you if you have any struggles with it, but it's for you and it's for you to learn. And I was like, dang it, this really backfired on me. So I am now the proud owner of a Bamboo Labs PS1 3D printer. I think that's what it is, with AMS, which just means that you can have different colors connected at the same time, from what I understand. Still don't know what I'm talking about. Still learning. It came, our filament, we got 4 filament to start things off because the AMS can hold 4. We got a green, a dark green, and a dark blue, and a black, and a white. And then today the printer came. I do not have the area for the printer cleared off yet. I also realized a flaw in the plan of we have enough space being, accessories come with this thing. But I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'm really excited. My For You page has been popping off like crazy for 3D printing stuff. I have a Maker World account and I've got like 5 different category lists. Got frogs, got keychains, got hair stuff. The things that like, there's obviously things that like I knew I could print, Gridfinity, crap like that, and like organization. But then there's things that I like would have never even thought of, like hair clips, hair claws, stuff like that. Never would have thought of it. And now I'm like, so I think it's going to be a really fun, also probably chaotic learning experience, but I think it's going to be good. I don't think I intend to learn how to make my own files. Oh, don't look at me. Oh, thank goodness. To start things off, because that seems like a lot. I still haven't even started digitizing for my embroidery machine yet. Although I did see a thing the other day, today actually, which was for, I've seen Embrilliance as an option for a digitizing program, and I've seen Ink Stitch, but I tried Ink Stitch because it's the free one, and I was like, and I haven't tried Imbrilliance with like a tutorial, but I found this other one. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head right now. But I saw someone basically like tracing over their design using a drawing tablet, and I have a drawing tablet, and so I was like, oh, hold up, perhaps that is something I could do. And so I might look into that, because I would love to digitize some of my like really terrible drawings and stuff and stitch them onto things. So yeah, so that's something for sure. I haven't used my embroidery machine for a couple months now. I used it crazy hard, like at the end of December, working on mod gifts for Frogmas, which I still need to send out. I'm so far behind. The problem is with this Frogmas, last year was really rough. This year we have new challenges, but we don't have like the settling in challenge, so I think that's been helpful. But last year was definitely rough. And so normally when Frogmas comes around, which is in December, I have already decided what all the physical gifts are going to be. I've got them in little baskets. I've got them packed up. So when it comes time to send them, I just go whoop and send them. I didn't do that this year because I was having such a hard time. And so I've figured out what they all are now, I think. And it's just a matter of writing out the little cards. But I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I've procrastinated for so long on this that I feel awful. And even though my community is so lovely and they're like, hey, Keeper, don't worry about it. Whenever it works for you, works for us. But I still just feel bad. I also have postcards from like September that I need to get out. And I have a few community rewards from September that I still need to do. One being an ASMR video. And I don't know how to do an ASMR video. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out, I'm sure. Or we won't. But yeah, there's a few things I have to do, and I'm trying to get back on my productivity and just like functioning as a human. The crap that's going on has really been taking a toll across the board, mentally and emotionally. And so I was getting really good at like doing what I call like my closing shift in the kitchen. I think I've probably talked about this previously. Please don't make me stop. I don't want to 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 stop. Do we just not stop? I should stop. That's the law. But oh, we're on this side. Okay. Come on. Oh, it's not in perfect technical state. It's almost like I hit a few things. Shoot, what was I talking about? I hate it when I lose my train of thought. Video games, ASMR. Oh, so like I was working on like my closing shift in the kitchen, and I was like about ready to start like moving that to also the living room. But then I just kind of stopped being a productive individual for a while at night, and it sucks, and I feel bad, and then I get stressed by the kitchen and stuff being a mess. The kitchen, I don't know, we've been trying, and it hasn't been happening. I think it's partially because we're so busy and stuff, but the dining table right now is just covered in a bunch of stuff, and like normally that I would always make sure it was cleared off and wiped off at the end of every night. And so I'm like, I was sitting there earlier and I'm like, there's so much stuff on this table. I'm so stressed out. So there's been that. And for like the longest time, I was getting up. I was going to sleep by like usually 3, maybe 4 o'clock at the latest if Azurite was not working. But like I try to be in bed by 3 at the latest so I could wake up at 11 at the latest. So I'd still get like my 8 hours of sleep and then could do stuff. And then there's like my surgery was being a butt, so like that didn't help things. And then I had so much sewing to do because for the little's birthday, I made them each a pair of pajamas and they really liked them. So then we went and bought more fabric and to make them each 3 new pairs of pajamas or new sets of pajamas. And so I did that. Okay, this is the cop. We're speeding. Okay, we're going to test it out. Do we get the ticket or do we just... We don't get a speeding ticket. Let's go. Now we know, because that was cheaper than the speeding ticket. Remember, kids, don't drive like this. in real life. It's okay in a game. Anyway, so I made like all those pajamas and stuff. Oh shoot. I made all those pajamas and stuff, but just before we got the fabric for the pajamas, and before I had all the drama with my serger, I had cut up a bunch of pouches to make. But then I was like, well, we just bought this fabric for the pajamas and like the littles are waiting for them, so I need to work on these. But then my serger was being a butt, and so for like weeks I moved the fabric that I had cut for the pouches back and forth, and it was stressing me out to no end, because I'm like, I can't work on this until I finish that. It was such a pain. And finally I got most of them sewed, and I at least got them all put together so it wouldn't be like all these loose pieces. And so those are finally done and taken care of. There's also like these totes that I got from when I was volunteering, that were just gonna get thrown out, and I was like, I'll keep these because I'm like, they'll be perfect to put my sewing stuff in. I finally washed them because they're kind of dusty, crusty, and like got the labels off and stuff, and I put like all the pouches and stuff I've made in them together, so they're now contained. They're also sealed because the totes lock and stuff, so that's nice. So we're like, we're getting on the up and up. But here's the thing, I'm not letting myself start a new sewing project until I get the Frogmas stuff done and dealt with, and so I'm like pretty sad about that because I want to be making stuff, but I can't. So hopefully this weekend I can get that done. But also I want to set up the 3D printer. Also, we got to go to the P.O. box. Also, we've got like, there's like a karate seminar. Also, like, it's just nonstop. It's just nonstop. How's my fuel doing? Fuel's okay. We're good. So like, I'm trying to be responsible. Yeah, I think they've made that a lot more sensitive. I'm trying to be responsible and not good. I wasn't going in anyways because I started flying past it. I'm trying to be responsible and do these things. But then like on the other hand, I'm like, it's making me sad that I can't do the craft things. And so it's all like, it's cyclical, it's perpetuating, and I dislike it. Ooh, but I did get it. I got into acrylic paint pens because I've always had this idea that I thought it'd be cool to make like little trading cards, like Frog Pond, like my community related trading cards. And in the past I tried, but I had like pencil crayons didn't work, regular felts didn't work, and Sharpies didn't work because everything would like rub and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, but what if I did it and then I laminated it? So this was a while ago. I bought myself a laminator, as one does. Which way? Okay. And then I ended up like moving and stuff, so I never really got a chance to get back to it. And then I was like, ooh. And I was talking about it on stream, and someone like paint pens came up, acrylic markers. And so I got some of those, and they will still scratch off, but I got like protective covers for the card, so like just don't take it on the card, it'll be fine. And I've been working on making some silly things, and I've been really enjoying that, because what I'll do is I'll just be like, okay, I'm gonna make like a spaceman, a chef, a frog with a silly hat, and like what, like I'll pick like 4 things, and then I'll work on them at the same time, because I'll do like one layer on one, let that dry, move on to the next one, etc, etc, etc. And so I've been enjoying doing that. But I've also been like, don't do that, Keeper. Don't do that, because you gotta work on other things. So eventually we'll get there, and like maybe I will laminate those at some point, because right now I just have like those protective cards. But oh my goodness, ever since I've moved, Azurite has made fun of me, because I'll be looking for something and he'll be like, okay, well, like let's just go get it. I'll be like, no, I have it somewhere. And like, yeah, but where is it, right? And so I bought the acrylic paint pens, and then suddenly I couldn't find the trading card things that I knew I had, like the little blanks. They're just like playing cards, basically. And I was like, I know they're somewhere. So then I had to order them. But it was nice because I ordered them, and I also ordered the little covers for the things. Plus I had to, oh my goodness, the whole serger debacle. Azurite has become my new tech expert when it comes to the serger. If there's an issue, I just go, babe. and he will rethread the entire thing for me to make sure it's good. I know how to rethread it. I can certainly do that. But when I was getting like super frustrated about things, he's like, well, I'll just follow the manual and I'll do it again. And so he will rethread it for me. And one of the things I was reading that might be causing the issues we had were the needles. And I had replaced one of the needles because it had broken. But I feel like I need to slow down or I'm going off this off ramp. I had replaced one because it had broken. But I was like, okay, well, let's replace it. Except there are specific serger needles. And so I just replaced them with jersey knit needles. Because that's the fabric I was using. And then I ordered some serger ones. I ordered 15 total. So we'll be set for a while. So that's nice. I know my other sewing machine definitely does need servicing soon. For Christmas, one of the things Azurite got me was a 3-year service plan for my sewing machine. He hasn't technically got it for me yet because we're just going to get it when I bring it in. But it's starting to make weird noises. And really, this is like the perfect time for that, but we'll get there. I don't think there'll ever be a perfect time. Once I get the Frogmas stuff out, I'm going to be back to sewing and crafting and stuff a lot during the day, I hope. But another thing I've been working on is, yay, we discovered McAllen. Is I've wanted to do crafting co-working during the day for some time now, and we were going to use a Mac to do it. But I'm a PC user. I always have been. And just trying to use the MacBook just like gave me so much anxiety in just the movements and stuff alone. And then beyond that, do we have to go up and over? Yeah, okay. And then beyond that was, I guess over and under. Mix It Up, which is what I run my bot on. Isn't supported on Mac natively, so we'd have to like do a little finagle around with that, which would not be a fun time. And I was trying to get Super Sweetbot to work, and it was being a butt too. But I think that was a different error. But that's okay. I'm just gonna drive through here if that's cool with everybody. Anyway, so one of our other ideas has been Azurite's computer's in the living room, and I would be streaming from the dining room. It's an open space living room, dining room combo. So one of our other thoughts were we could just run cables from his, we got a little lag, from his computer to the dining room and co-work from there, because I could monitor it from my phone, or I could use the MacBook to monitor the stream from there. And so I ordered, my 3D printer guy is also my other tech guy. So I talked with him a little bit about what would be best. And so we got a 32 foot. I can't remember. I think it was a 32 foot long, cable with like a signal booster in it. So I got that, USB. And then I also picked up a powered USB hub, because if you're powering a camera and also a microphone with lights, I figured that would make the most sense to have that over there. So I think we're good. That should be here tomorrow, along with my extension cord that I need for the 3D printer. And yeah, it took a while. I've wanted to do this for a while. 3D printing. I mean... It had to be done. I didn't want the double ticket for that. Oh, that hurt. I've wanted to do co-working during the day for a while. Where are we going? Oh, here. Okay. That's what I thought. I've wanted to do the during the day co-working for a while. So it's nice that I'm finally getting the things that I need for that. And I hope it's not going to be too much of a pain. It's fine. I'll take that ticket. Because it's not double. It's not 1,400. Okay, we're a little bit further down. Oh, I see it. So yeah, looking forward to that. And Azurite has a work schedule change coming up soon. So the reality is I'm going to have to be doing the drop off and probably pick up for the littles from school. And so we'll see. And so I'm going to be up in the mornings anyways. So like if I'm up and I drop them off at school, and then I could just do my co-working because I, you know, do some crafting anyways. And then is that what we're supposed to be doing? Okay, good. And then we could just do that when I get home and then just end stream and go pick them up. It's perfect. It's perfect. All right, excellent. Much better than last time. Last time was satisfactory. I'll take my 7K and go about my day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me yap. Make sure you subscribe. We have ATS or ETS every Monday. I do prefer American Truck Sim just because I feel like I can speed more and I like speeding. I feel like in ATS they don't let you speed as much. And there's some new DLC coming hopefully in the next couple months, and eventually BC, which is exciting. So subscribe for that and demos and full game playthroughs. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!